Well, good evening and welcome back to my little gardening show. We are now on day 11 of our seed starting adventure. So let's check out the trays. Once again, everything's looking really good. We've got a lot of them that have put out the true leaves. They're a lot bigger than if you go back to look at day 1, day 2, the earlier days. We got a lot of progress here. And then here's the tray of seedlings that's been under that set of grow lights, the fluorescents. And you can tell the difference in size and stuff. Again, pretty much two things that are different. One, these 4 trays are under LED lights. This tray is under fluorescents. These 4 trays are on a heat mat set at 80 degrees, and it maintains, within a few degrees of that. This is just under the lights with no heat whatsoever, so it's a little bit cooler environment for them. And as you can see, that has made a difference in terms of how far along some of these are compared to this tray, where they're starting to put out true leaves, but they're not as big. I mean, they're not much further behind, but they're not as big as the ones over here that were on the mat. So I thought that's kind of interesting. The room itself is heated up because it's warmer outside. We're close to 70 degrees in here. Let's flip this around. One other thing, I was looking at starting these Bountiful harvest boxes, but I am missing the watering tube. Come on in, bud. I'm missing the plastic. Do you know where those are at, bud? I'm missing the plastic watering tube. This is just like an aluminum thing, but watch that, bud. It's on the edge of the table. Anyway, I don't know if you can see, but on this, actually, why don't I just take it? I'll show you. Let's show them, bud. This box worked pretty well last year. There's a plastic pipe that fits in here that's, ends up being about 3 inches over this. And I don't know where those tubes are.
Plastic?
Yeah, it's black. It's a black plastic tube. It's not up on the rack there.
Is it in this box?
No, I looked inside. It's not up there.
I felt like Grandpa
So
told us
we may end up having to rig something up. Maybe use like a paper towel holder or create our own little pipe. But basically the way this works is you get a clump of growing mix, kind of pack it into the 4 corners there, except for that corner, the 3 corners I guess. And you make sure it's wet, moist, pretty moist, and then you fill the rest of your box with. I go ahead and make sure the mix is moist, bud. That way you don't have to water as much. But then you start adding water through the tube. Uh-oh. Looks like you need to go upstairs, bud. And that swells up into the grow mix, and then through capillary action, everything stays water. And then from then on out, I think I was adding like a gallon of water at a time, and then just, it was good for a while. And everything grew pretty nice. And there's plenty of depth in here, so you can do not just like lettuce. I mean, lettuce will put roots down a couple inches, but you could do probably peppers in this, potentially a tomato plant or two, depending. And they came with casters too. I still have those. So we could set those up on the back deck or whatever. Basically grow, a fair amount of lettuce on the back deck. We got 2 of these boxes, so what I may do is go to the hardware store tonight and pick up some PVC pipe. Probably 1 inch. I'll have to measure that hole there, and then cut it and just make my own little pipe. So it should work out. Weather's getting warmer. Like I said, it's probably in the 60s outside right now, but threat of thunderstorms, and it's supposed to rain this weekend and stuff. So I won't be putting these seedlings outside a whole lot. They're not, if I put them out and let's say it poured down rain, it would probably destroy them because their stems aren't firm enough yet to take that. If it was like a downpour, and it would flood the trays and all that. Oh, one other thing I'll show you while we're down here. So the potting mix, it's got the mycorrhizae fungi in it. And with this lid on here, it actually started growing. See that? It's in the dry mix, but it's water activated. And this mix is moist because I've got like worm castings and stuff. Plus we added water to it. So that's kind of interesting. Mix that up a little bit. Looks like spider webs or mold. Bud, you're back. Good job, bud.
Wait, did you get a big thing of Pro Mix?
I did. I got some Pro Mix, bud. I got some worm castings too. You see that?
Whoa.
It's a 40-pound bag.
So that'll last you a long time?
Yep. I think we're going to try to plant lettuce tonight. What do you think?
I mean, we could do that if you want to.
Yeah, we could do that. I think we will do that. Get something going there. You want to lift this tray and put it on top of that blue tub? Careful. Got it?
Yep.
Good job. It does weigh a fair amount.
Pounds.
So we watered this yesterday, and it's pretty much lapped up the water and evaporated. It's still a little damp on the end.
Those have grown a ton.
Yeah, pretty
This
good.
one's still growing. The one that was super in there.
Yeah.
How have they grown like that? Like some of them have already produced like little cabbage leaves.
Those are the tree leaves, bud.
Yeah, like this one. It's already full.
What is that? That's kohlrabi. This is the kohlrabi.
Well, which one is that?
Tell you what, you want to pet the plants, bud? It's good for them. Just take your finger and kind of, you just jostle them.
Oh, kind of like we do with the.
Yeah, don't like slap them around or snap it down. Just kind of plink them a little bit. It's supposed to be good for them. It's supposed to strengthen the stems and
wind
stimulate
stuff.
growth. Yep, you can do the
That
planking.
one's like looking the best.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? You can do some planking. Try to keep track. So again, it took up all the water there. Let's go over the other tray. The one that's not been on the heat mat. There's still a good fair amount of water there, about a ½ inch.
What are these, kale? Because that looks like a kale.
Yep, that's blue kale.
At
At least it's supposed to be blue kale.
It has like purplish stems.
Yeah. It's going to be neat to see how that grows.
Because this is the first time you've tried growing it, right?
Yeah. I haven't grown blue kale before. It's a new variety.
This one keeps on going down. Oh, there we go.
Good job, bud. Good job. Maybe we'll start some more seeds this weekend.
Yeah, we could start the lettuce, and we could start the I mean, what else would we start? Because we've
Peppers.
Peppers.
Peppers take about 8 weeks.
What about tomatoes?
Tomatoes be 6 weeks, so we'll do those in another 2 weeks.
Peppers, don't they take a long time to sprout?
They do, but I've got some tricks that we'll show
People in.
our peeps that are tuning into the channel here. Oh, you want to plank these, bud? They haven't been planked yet. I'll put this box up for now until we can get our feeding tube for it.
Oh, there's a cobweb in these. There's like cobwebs in these.
Yeah.
Is
That still bugs me that we can't find those tubes. Oh, something else I'll show you guys. So I get this a while back. It's called the Easy Seeder. You gonna pull those out, bud?
And then there's one big one.
And basically, different size holes depending on what you want to plant.
Like beans would probably go in these.
But the idea is that you get your seeds and you're sliding them along,
So you go like this.
and it drops one in each of the holes, and you kind of shake it, pull it up, and then you've got your seeds perfectly spaced. And then this is more for like an outdoor setting, because these are pretty long. Maybe you could do a 10-20 tray. Let's look at this. I mean, you could do hypothetically a 10-20 tray by just kind of eyeballing it and pulling seeds across, but maybe I wasn't doing it right. It didn't work out too well for me.
What's this one?
That's like a big one. I think those are for like beans or something.
Or maybe.
But the idea is you would lay this in your row and then kind of go along with your seeds, move it down, so on and so forth. Like I said, it didn't work too well. I couldn't get it to really, wasn't my style. My style is either using the Earthway seeder, which maybe we'll make another video on that, where I load up the hopper and just start wheeling it down the row. Or taking my little handful of seeds and kind of broadcasting them. It's, it's not super efficient in terms of like being real careful with the seeds and all that, and there's probably a lot of waste involved.
What?
I could probably be more efficient at doing it, and maybe, if we go big and keep going with this, maybe I'll upgrade and get something. There's a lot of neat stuff, like there's a company called, it's a seeding device called Jang. It's for more like the professional growers and stuff. We don't want to add that stuff yet, because you can over fertilize. We want to do that every couple couple of days, and they got a spritz of that yesterday.
So we don't want to do it until maybe tomorrow.
We don't need to do it every day.
Because then if... Wait, why?
I mean, supposedly it's... I mean, we can kill the plants, but we don't need it right now. Every couple of days is good enough for now. When they get bigger, then
Will you stop?
you know, maybe we'll adjust the frequency of that. Maybe do a little bit more.
Like
It
every other
depends. Yeah. All right, bud. Is there anything else we want to do while we're down here?
day. No.
We really need to get the tube.
What is that?
Those tubes. This is that BioThrive stuff I was telling you about. That's what's in that. A cap full of that for like a gallon of water. Works out pretty good.
Remember when you spilled all that like brown, nasty stuff all over Grandpa's new porch?
I remember that, and it stunk, didn't it?
Yeah, it was like literally like the first year he had it, and you went.
Yeah, actually, I think what happened, it may have been this bottle like slipped out of my hand and busted the cap. I think I ended up
That one.
getting a cap off something else. I wonder if the tubes are down there. Have we checked down there yet? Maybe pull those trays out. Maybe we'll find them.
It's probably not behind the wooden ones because we wouldn't put anything back there. No. Doesn't look like they're back.
All right. That's not it.
Nope.
All right. Well, maybe we'll make our way to the hardware store tonight and pick up some PVC. What do you think,
We have a
bud?
ton of PVC back there. I mean, it's kind of nasty, so you'd have to wash it. But
Yeah, I think I threw all that out because it was all like broken. You guys were using it for like sword fights and stuff.
No, we weren't.
Yeah, you were.
I broke 2 pieces.
Well, anyway, I got rid of it.
20.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna get some stuff organized, and maybe that'll be something we tune in tomorrow with, or maybe later tonight, depending on how the evening goes. And but we can talk more about gardening and stuff, or just life. Yeah. All right. I guess that's it for now. Until next time. Happy gardening. Bye.